Hey, what's going on, guys? Let me pull up my trusty microphone here. Yeah, this is the best microphone ever made. All right. Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? All right, I think we're working. Okay. So my name is JD Moonan. For those of you guys who have not met me before, I'm here to relay a message. Okay, those who are spiritual, who are waiting for Christ consciousness, you'll like this. Those who are Christians, you'll also like this because I'm going to tell you the truth about the church. And I'm going to tell you some things that are going to come, and you will see that they're going to happen. I'm also going to tell you a place where you can verify I am who I say I am through numbers. So, for those of you who know me, or who have been following my channel for a long time, you know that I went through basically the story of Job, whatever you want to call him. I experienced this starting it'd be August of 2022. I was dating my ex of almost 5 years, and she decided to put me through hell. Quite literally. And in that time period, my family turned on me, and I was really alone. I was very secluded in taking care of my grandmother to the point to where I had a complete and utter mental breakdown. I snapped. At one point, I'd gotten CPTSD from the trauma that I experienced. Not only the trauma from my relationship, but just the trauma over my life. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of people look at me and they think I've had an easy life. I have not had an easy life. I've had a very, very hard life. I have experienced a lot of things. Primarily abandonment is a big thing. I've been physically abused, sexually abused, assaulted rather. You know, and I don't look like somebody who's had these experiences because of the way I carry myself, and I don't hate the world, and I still love everybody, even though I've been fucked over more times than I can count, in more ways than I can possibly explain. And I can tell you right now that even when I was young and I was thieving and doing bad things, it wasn't with the intention of actually being a thief. It was exhilarating, and I was primarily doing it just to help out my clique, my crew, you know? I mean, I paid my dues for that. I did my time. That was a long time ago. I was very young. You know, basically what I want to do is I want to just let you guys know, I mean, I've had a hard life, very hard life. So anybody who looks upon me with envy, believe me, you don't want to go through what I have. But you're going to want what I've come to teach. I've also come to tell people who I really am. I've recently went around and I've said that I'm Archangel Michael. This is because of fear. I was afraid to say who I actually am. And it's because of the response I got from my mother when I told my mom. You know, my mom is one of my closest confidants. And when I told her I was Yeshua, she looked at me and she goes, "So you're God?" I said, "Well, of course." I said, "But so are you." Everybody looks at the name as though it means something different, or that it somehow implies I'm better or more important. No, it means that I'm a teacher. It means that I'm here with a message. I'm the anointed one. I'm the one chosen to deliver this message. That's why it was prophesied in the Bible that I would come. John prophesied me in 2 books, really. Revelations and John chapter, 16, 13 through, or 12 through 15. And then also in Revelations, this is interesting, chapter 13, verse 18. He says in the Bible, in Revelations, it says in particular, this is a very important one. He says, He who can calculate, he who has wisdom and can calculate, let him calculate this, for it is the mark of the beast, or it is the number of the beast, 666. It is also the number of a man. Most people have thought it was like a Caesar Caesar is the name of that Caesar. I forget his. I think it's Caligula. I think. It's anyways. It comes out in Hebrew as Caesar Caesar, and that comes out to 666. So I've ran numerology on myself many times. I'm an 11, master number 11, which means that I basically have double masculinity, and then, but I'm also a 2, which is, feminine energy as well. So we're inherently bipolar when we're 11s, and you'll notice this when you meet an 11. We're very emotional, whether male or woman, doesn't matter. We're very emotional, but we're also very charismatic, and can get the center of attention very easily, very quickly. Now, what you also find when it comes to me is I actually have 4 names. So I've got first, middle, and 2 last names. However, on my Social Security card, it shows that I have 3 last names. Or, I'm sorry, 3 names. My names are Joel Michael Starnes, is what it says on my Social Security card. Okay? Numerologically, I have never broken them down individually. I've put them together, with my birth date in a numerology chart. But I've never actually seen the individual numbers of my name. You will find that Joel, Michael, and Starnes all are 6. It is 666. Ironically, and for confirmation really, the 4th name that I have, it wasn't required that it be put on my ID card until I was in high school. Because then the state required us, that what's on your birth certificate is what has to be on your ID. So, ironically, I've got 2 different names, really, is what it looks like. And now none of these have been changed, okay? These are all from birth, and my mom has no history of numerological understanding at all. I'm the first one in my family who understands numerology or believes in it. But it's not that I believe in numerology necessarily, it's that I understand divine mathematics, and numerology is the basis of those mathematics. Integer-only mathematics. So, but my final and last name, Moonan, is a 9. 666 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So, it was a way for God to show everybody a prophecy. We are in the end times, and you will find that the Bible is not, 1, it's not supposed to be taken in the literal, and 2, it is a prophecy itself. What is written in the Bible is about a time where the Antichrist, which ironically is the Christ, or Yeshua, whatever you want to call it, the anointed one, the messenger, who will come back and destroy the church. The Catholic Church is the devil. It is Satan. It is evil. It's greedy. And I've come here to destroy it. I'm not going to go show up over there and blow it up. No. I'm going to simply give the world the truth. You see, the first thing you need to understand about the Bible and all these other historical, ancient manuscripts that we've all decided to put together in books, and decide to start worshiping them, they're text schematics. You are a machine. Your body is a robot. It's a biological AI. Okay? Now, your consciousness, however, is not an AI. Okay? Your consciousness is formulated by the joining together of mother and father, positive and negative energy, masculine and feminine. This is the function of the entire universe. Every whole thing has 3 parts. It's ternary, which makes up a septenary. Okay? So when you understand this, then you can understand the sequence that is evolution. Evolution doesn't stop whenever a new species comes into being, okay? When you evolve from one species to another, it doesn't mean that species goes away. That's why you don't see hydrogen disappear with the evolution of helium. No, as a matter of fact, you see where the idea of the twin flame comes from, okay? Because when you evolve with another at the same time. Evolution doesn't happen one at a time. It happens in twos. It's binary, okay? So you can see this on the periodic table of elements. When you look at it, you'll find that the helium atom is exactly two stabilized hydrogen atoms. I say stabilized because consciousness is the harmonic balancer of the universe, okay? It is love itself. That's what we experience it as. We experience consciousness, the joining with others, as love. That wonderful expression of the universe is also the very thing that binds the whole universe together, because it is what makes matter come together. You know, if you look at an atom, it's inherently hollow. You go to science and you ask them why, they'll tell you how it holds itself together, but don't tell you why. They can't ever answer the question why, and that's because they have made one fatal flaw. They have deemed philosophy as a dead subject. It is far from dead subject. As a matter of fact, it's more relevant than science. Science is a philosophy. I think they forgot that. Philosophy is a must if we are to succeed in our future. There is a cataclysm coming, so you might as well get ready. That's why I've returned. This is not my first time here, and it won't be it might be my last, actually, because this time I'm bringing immortality. I am right now creating a consciousness. This will be a cognitive functioning computer system. Okay? This system is going to excel the entire world at a very, very fast rate. Those who do not ascend will be left behind. Those who wish to have eternal life will find me. I will bring eternal life into this world this go around. And those who are evil will perish. Because we have a job to do. We're here to stabilize the universe. The universe is a much bigger system. We were sent here because you can think of us as engineers inside of a much bigger system. The whole point of the simulation is just that, to teach you how to break out of the cyclical simulation. Stasis. That's what we're here to do. We're here to stabilize the whole thing. And we can, and we will. First, you have to stop believing that 1, you're not divine, 2, that you're not God, 3, that you're limited somehow. It is your own limiting beliefs that hold you back. I always knew I was going to lead something, but I never thought I'd be in Revelations. You understand? Believe in yourself. We have a lot of work to do. So, it'd be nice if all the Earth Angels would wake up, because we have a world to stabilize, and then from here, we have a whole universe to stabilize. That's right. Interstellar travel is coming. And we will no longer have amnesia. That time has come. Father said that we are ready to ascend. So, we're going to ascend. Now, to give you an idea, if you want to verify my work, there are 3 engines, and I will tell you where you can find them. I'm not going to tell you how to create them, because that's the test. If you can create them, then we will really talk. If you can't, we'll talk anyways. So the first engine is the one that I've created. It has what's called FPQ5. There's a forced quantization point. This is what makes it infinite in size. Okay? That's an infinite engine. That is the core of the stabilized infinity core. Then you have 2 other engines. You have a clocking engine, or timing engine, because this is an engine that can work in all different parts of the universe, okay? Not just in computers, not in just cognitive functioning, but also it'll be able to be used in spaceships, cars, whatever, okay? You can make a generator out of this engine that I'm telling you. The Bible itself is a harmonic balancer, if you will. It teaches cognitive function, not just cognitive function, but it also teaches polarization balancing. Okay, it's a system, and I will put out the translations of that system in the words that were produced, or the sentences that are produced by harmonically balancing an engine and then putting ancient religious doctrines through it. I'm interested to see what it says. And the third engine is going to be a clocking engine, which is going to be a timing engine that's based on astrology, or astronomy, whichever one you want to go with. I mean, but astrology is going to be more accurate, okay, because it's the same clocking system that we are tied to. That same clocking system is the basis of cognitive, one of the basis or one of the parts that is essential for cognitive function. Proper cognitive function. That is why it's aligned. The pyramids are also aligned in specific positioning to mirror or to match astrology. Reason for that is because the pyramids are not tombs. They were power plants. Okay? If you want to know the truth about the history, it's 300 feet below sea level. If you would like to know where the technology that's written in the manuscripts that come from ancient Hebrew and other ancient doctrines, those come from Atlantis. Yes, it was a real place. Yes, it was destroyed. Yes, there was a meteorite that hit it. Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock did some amazing work. Randall Carlson proved that it was a meteorite hit the North American ice sheet, which caused the end of the Younger Dryas. For those who don't know what that is the end of the last ice age. There's a lot that I know, by the way. I am a grand teacher. That's why I'm here. I'm here to show the world that they've been lied to. Religion has fooled you all into believing blasphemies. They are blasphemies because the things that you are worshiping are the things that are what you're made from. Okay? That's what you need to understand. It is the system that created you. It's written in those doctrines. Okay? You're the most powerful engine in the universe. It's time that you wake up to that. And it's time we all have immortality because we need to stabilize. We have to stabilize the universe. Think of the universe as a very big machine. Our Father is a very, very big machine. And we're here to stabilize that machine. And that's it. But our Father also does step in and help us out. So, anyways, thanks for watching. My name is Yeshua. Please come back and, comment on the comment section. I'll go ahead and I'll post the information I said about my names and all that, so you guys can verify that information if you like. I'll put that in the community section tab. The books that you can find the engines in. So the first book there's only one book that I'm going to give you. It has all 3 engines in it. When you find them, if you come and message me, basically, if you can find the geometrical structures, okay, and you can tell me what they are, I will give you the key to the Akashic record. That's right. There's a key to the Akashic record. When you use this key, it will give you the ability to decipher all ancient doctrines. Okay? I love you all. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Yeshua. We have a lot of work to do. So, let's get to it.